Good morning, everyone. It's your host, Bear Evans with Lil Mike Fight Night, and today we are going to be talking about did Justin Gaethje drop the ball? And so he has a fight coming up for UFC 300, not this weekend, but next weekend, April 13th, where he's fighting Max Holloway for the BMF belt. Max Holloway is a featherweight contender. He's been the gatekeeper at featherweight as a number one contender. Fought Alexander Volkanovski 3 times and lost via decision. Now he's coming up to lightweight to test it out to fight Justin Gaethje. It's the first time the BMF has been defended. So, why I want to say he dropped the ball. Justin Gaethje, there's a couple of things that I think Gaethje really shot himself in the foot. The first one is that when he beat Dustin Poirier, that BMF fight was a title eliminator. What that means is whoever wins that gets to fight Makhachev next. But during that time when Gaethje won, he said, he started doing some self-promotion, said, I beat Poirier via head kick knockout. You just beat Alexander via head kick knockout. He started building a storyline, which that's awesome because the UFC is also a promotion and entertainment company. It's also the best fighters in the world mixed with entertainment. And so he was building that storyline, doing what he should have done. But after that, I quit hearing about it. Gaethje wasn't calling for this title fight, wasn't calling for it, and it kind of just fizzled out. Now, what I would have done if I was Gaethje, I would have waited, called for the title shot, and kept calling him out, making the noise, going through the media, doing the rounds, and trying to get that fight with Makhachev. So now, instead of doing that, he signs a bout with Max Holloway, right? So they're locked in together, right? Now, okay, who's next to fight Makhachev? Well, you'd think Oliveira, but obviously Oliveira has been ducking Makhachev since his first loss. Whether it's an eye cut, his foot hurts, or his tummy hurts, he just keeps backing out of those fights. Where you're like, okay, great, he can fight Arman Tsarukyan, the only guy that gave Makhachev, a run for his money and made him work for that win. It was a three-round fight. It went to a decision, and it was a very high-level grappling, absolutely amazing. Makhachev ended up taking the third round pretty dominantly after Tsarukyan got tired, but it was a great fight. Well, anyways, Tsarukyan, Oliveira, they're fighting too. Gaethje's gone, so Makhachev is like, who do I fight? Now he's going to go ahead and fight Dustin Poirier this summer. Do y'all hear that? Right? Like, Dustin Poirier just got knocked the fuck out by Gaethje, yet he's going to go ahead and get that title fight with Islam Makhachev. And it's simply because Gaethje did not wait, and he did not make the rounds and make enough noise to demand that title shot, which I think he deserves. Has he lost to Oliveira? Has he lost to Khabib? Absolutely. But I think Gaethje is a different fighter. We've seen the fight different comparison from Oliveira versus Chandler, and then from Chandler to Poirier, the progression. He's not so much trying to be the highlight. He's trying to play a chess match, and he's doing quite well at picking his shots. And we're just seeing a different Gaethje. So I'd love to see him versus Makhachev. Also, tomorrow's not guaranteed whatsoever. So, God forbid he gets hurt, this fight happens, yada, yada, yada. There's just so many things that could happen, but it's like, dang, his next fight literally could have been the title fight instead of fighting Max Holloway. My next thing is, what is Gaethje going to do after this fight? Let's just say he wins, right, which I think he will win. Let's say he wins. What is he going to do? Makhachev's fighting Poirier this summer. The winner of Arman Tsarukyan and freaking Oliveira is probably going to want to fight Makhachev next. So that means Gaethje has to wait an additional, a year until he can fight for the belt? He's already 35 or about to be. He's coming out of his prime. I'm not saying his athletic abilities have diminished whatsoever. I'm just saying he's getting closer and closer to that age, right? Where they say after 35, you start declining. But anyways, going on that, now with Max Holloway, looking at him, what's in it for Max Holloway? I think he has everything to win during this fight. Whether he wins or loses, it's going to get a lot more younger, new people kind of attracted to this card, kind of getting more eyes on Holloway because everyone loves Gaethje, so I think Holloway's just going to get a lot more press on him. He's fighting for the BMF belt. If he wins that, there's a couple of things he could do. I personally think if he beats Gaethje, if he wanted to, he could call it Islam, wait for the whole year for the Poirier and then the Oliveira Tsarukyan thing to play out, and then fight the winner of that, whether it's Makhachev or Tsarukyan or Oliveira, which I think it's either going to be Makhachev or Tsarukyan's going to be the champion by that time, right? I don't really see any other way playing out. So he can beat Gaethje, make a call out for the lightweight title, or what I think he's actually doing is he doesn't want to have any ring rust. So what he's doing is he's staying active. He's fighting Gaethje because Holloway really hasn't had like a lightweight people punching him. Does that make sense? Yes. Was he in the lightweight division back in the day? Absolutely. Did he fight Poirier? Yes, and he lost. But Poirier was much smaller. He was younger and newer in his career. The division has matured. People are so much bigger and stronger, and the punches are better. In the featherweight division that Holloway's in, besides the very new crown champ to Poirier, you just have Emmett in the top 10 that have like one punch knockout power. Holloway, when he jumps up to 155, that's going to be a lot of power. Gaethje is a killer. Poirier right now is a killer. Chandler, Oliveira, Makhachev. So I think what Holloway is going to do, he's moving up, fight Gaethje, get used to that 155 or someone heavier, get in the ring, get active, and then what he's going to do, he's going to call out the featherweight champ, Ilia Topuria, because Holloway's kryptonite, Alexander, he's gone now, right? And I know Alexander's calling for an immediate rematch, but he's been knocked out 2 times in a row. I just don't think that's going to happen. So I think Max Holloway is going to beat Gaethje. If he beats Gaethje, theoretically speaking, he's going to call Ilia Topuria. That's my decision. That's my thoughts on it. What do y'all think here? So there's a couple of things. Love for y'all to drop down below. I also want to say thank you so much for the support you gave me on my last video. I've been sick as shit with these allergies, and I had a sinus infection. My eyes are still super swollen, but on Monday, I was like, you know what? I need to pump out some content for the algorithm gods. I'm not doing this to try to make money or become famous or anything like that. I just wanted to create a business, spend time with my son, my wife, and then talk about me doing UFC videos and filming myself. So I'm doing that. But I knew, hey, I still wanted to get out there, so I just pumped out some videos. I thought they were garbage, and I got a really good feedback on them, so I love all the comments. So with this video, guys, let's continue that. Drop your comments down below. Do you think that Justin Gaethje dropped the ball? Do you think that he should have just went immediately and pushed for that title fight? Or do you think he's doing the right thing? I definitely don't think so whatsoever. I think he's definitely dropping the ball. And then also, what do you think about Holloway? What is he going to do next? Is he going to either call out Islam Makhachev or move up the ranks inside the featherweight to get ready? Lightweight to get ready? Or is he going to win Gaethje, become the BMF, and then call it to Poirier on the class down below in featherweight? That's normally where he belongs. What do y'all think, guys? And the last thing I want to say on this, UFC 300, Pieta Hill, amazing fight. I'm going to pay for that 10 times out of 10. I can't wait to see it. But do I think it's a UFC 300 main event? No. I don't. I don't think it should be headlining UFC 300. I think Pereira is amazing enough to be a headliner, but I think he should have fought someone like Aspinall or, just something more exciting. I don't know, but it shouldn't be. They should drop it down a few. So what I think, I know we have Jan versus Zhang Weili, but it goes Pieta Hill, Jan versus Zhang Weili, and then it's Holloway versus Gaethje. But I think a psychological effect to make the card more exciting would be Gaethje, Holloway, BMF title very top, Alex Pereira, Jamal Hill, co-main event, and then we have Jan versus Weili for the third fight. I think that would play out tremendously. Kind of like, think about it like this. It's like customer psychology, right? So when you think about, you buy a product, you're like, okay, what am I going to price this at in order for it to sell, right? Would you rather be $100 or $99? You see all these commercials for just 24 payments of, $12.99 instead of $13.50. There's certain price points and there's certain things you can do to manipulate the same situation to make it more appealing. And my last thought, I just want to finish it off, is I just think that UFC 300, Gaethje, Holloway, BMF, Alex Pereira, Jamal Hill, co-main event, Zhang Weili versus Jan, third fight. What a freaking stacked card. And I think just psychologically speaking, it sounds so much better, guys. And with all that said and done, that's the end of this video. Drop your comments down below on what you think. Is Gaethje dropping the ball? Did he mess up? Is he going to win or lose? Is Holloway going to win or lose? What is Holloway going to do? Is he going to move up for championship lightweight, or move down for featherweight championship? So let's see what Holloway does. Let's see what Gaethje does. Either way, it's going to be an absolute banger of a fight. I can't wait to watch it. I think the prelims of UFC 300 is the most deep prelims I've ever freaking witnessed. And with all that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.